Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Chris here. I'm live from the National Sports Card Convention here in Atlantic City. Today is Saturday. There's all day Saturday and all day Sunday to go, so we finally got this thing set up. I was going to do a solo podcast. It's the Top Shelf Impromptu podcast, where basically I just get this feeling and I sit down, turn on the mic and hit record. One time, one take. Let me give you an update about the week so far. Got in on Wednesday. Came in here to set up. This city is a little different than other cities that I've dealt with in the years past, where they always had carts and things to help load in your stuff, your products and everything, and they didn't have that here in Atlantic City. Luckily, we brought some in the van anyway, so that was a little tiresome to get the stuff in here on a Wednesday. Next year, I'll probably arrive on a Tuesday and get set up, but we got everything set up on a Wednesday. VIP started rolling in Wednesday around 4 o'clock. And man, the place was packed just for VIPs. Sold a lot of hobby boxes right out of the gate. We have our free packs at the table. And that went really well on Wednesday for the VIPs. So we hung out Wednesday night. Thursday was day one here at the National. That was a lot of fun too. Busy, lines all the way around. Parking garage was sold out. Parking garage, you couldn't even get in. I felt bad for some people who got here later in the day, because this isn't the type of city where you just go over a block and there's a big giant parking lot. There was nothing available, so I felt bad for that. But they got in and it was good. So we had a wonderful day. I love when the customers come by the booth and hang out and meet the staff, meet the Top Shelf crew. And then we walk around the show and see all kinds of different people that, I talk to throughout the year. People like Topps and Panini, TriStar. All my fellow breakers here in the Breakers Pavilion, which is where we are set up. We're here in the Breakers Pavilion. And I don't know, there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 20, 30. There's probably 50 different booths all up and down here in the Breakers Pavilion. And on the other side of us is the show floor. And if you go to our YouTube page, you will see the videos that we uploaded of my walkthrough of the National. Wow. It is a lot to take in walking on that floor. So here's my advice if you're coming to National and you're hearing this now and you want to come next year, which is in Chicago, by the way. Home field advantage in Chicago next year. Have an idea and have a plan of what you're looking for. I don't have that. For those of you that know me, I'm not too well prepared when it comes to that kind of stuff. Very impromptu, which is why this is called the Impromptu Podcast. Know what you want to get. Certain player, a certain brand, a certain sport. Is it Pokemon? Is it Star Wars? What are you looking for? And I'm guessing most people, that's how they do it. Me, I don't. I go on that floor and it's like shiny things everywhere and I get overwhelmed and I just give up and I come back to my table. So make sure if you're looking for a specific player, it makes it easier. You can walk up to the booth, say, hey, do you have any, where's all your Mahomeses at? Where's all your Mac Jones? Where's all your soccer? Then you're playing, and that's pretty basic stuff. If you're looking for wax, you're looking for boxes, there's a big spot in the middle with everybody there. Dave and Adams, Steel City, of course, Blowout Cards is there, other individual dealers. So got plenty of opportunities to buy wax. You can always come here to Top Shelf booth and buy wax. One of the fun things for me at the National, I really enjoy talking to the people, and I'm sure many others do as well. That's the time where you talk to people all year on Twitter and Facebook and social media and text message in your groups, your Discord channels. So the National is like a meetup spot. So you can meet all your friends that you've talked to throughout the year and hang out, have a good time. And that's what I like about this, because I run around to different booths and see all my vendors and friends. You go out to dinner, and then, of course, there's the parties. There's a party every night from somebody, whether it be one of the distributors, whether it be a manufacturer, maybe somebody else is throwing their own little party. It is something to do at National all the time. So make sure you drink lots of water and make sure you eat food, because Atlantic City is not built to feed us. It's pretty bad, to be honest with you. I'm going to be a little negative here. Very difficult to find food to eat, and you need sustenance. When you have to be sharp, you got to talk to a lot of people, you're on your feet, and after, literally 10 hours and you haven't eaten, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Just ask Tommy. He flew in here, landed, and got put right to work, and the lines are very, very long to get food. Super long lines. like $17 for like a hot dog and a soda. So that, on top of the long lines, it doesn't make it too conducive to want to eat a lot here. Tonight's the big night. Tonight's the, I would say, the grand finale of the National with the Panini VIP party. The Panini VIP party is, I would say, the highlight of the National for me. And the way it works is you buy a package of, what is he opening? Oh, that's a serial number? Sorry, I'm going off tangent here. I thought that was random team or something, but it's not. You're right. Never mind. I just had a killer moment here. Carter's on the air breaking some National Treasures College. And I panicked for a second thinking it was supposed to be random team, but it's serial number. So what was I just talking about? The party, the VIP party. You buy a package of products, and it's a bunch of Panini products. Football, basketball, and you see it on the website. And then in exchange for that, purchasing all of that product, in exchange for that, you'll get your gold packs, you get your silver packs. You'll get the VIP Gems boxes, which usually are one-of-one cards. Really, really nice. Sometimes they're specially made for National. Sometimes they're, a product that Panini already put out that they had the players sign and slap a one-of-one on it. So that's always a highlight of the National, getting those packs. And then they bring out celebrities and mostly players, retired players, sometimes current players, depending on the season, that will be at the party, that you can you meet them, get your picture taken, you get autographs with your VIP package. Of course, these are things that I give back to you all at home, listening and buying in our breaks, different ways that you can win these prizes, especially the golds and silvers. So when we come back from National, there's going to be lots of opportunity to get in these golds and silver pack breaks. So you're going to watch for those. So far, they sound like they're pretty hot. They're selling for $50, between $40 and $50 a pack, just for the golds. Silver's probably going to be $25 to $30. But sometimes the silver packs turn out to be much better than the golds, which is crazy. So I'm happy to say this year I have a wonderful team here with me, a wonderful crew. Over the years, kind of when you're starting out your business, it's difficult to bring a whole team members. You got to fly them in, put them up in hotels, feed them, keep them good. But thankfully and very blessed to be able to do that this year. I brought in Anthony Carter and Top Shelf Tommy and my buddy Mike from back home. Drove everything out here in his van, so thanks to Mike for driving the van out here and taking the van back with all of our stuff. So we're here. It's Saturday afternoon. I have to actually go before Panini yells at me and drop off that Panini VIP ticket before they cut me off and say it's too late. It's, I'm running behind. That's tradition, though. They're always like, where's Keller at? He's got to get his ticket redeemed. So I'm going to go do that. But I want to take this time to thank everybody for, this is our 8th National, Top Shelf 8th National, 8 years ago in Chicago. It all began, and it has evolved over the years, but we're still here. And it is a pleasure, an absolute pleasure to meet you guys when you come up here and say hi and say, hey, I'm Jimmy Scott 49. I'm like, oh yeah, I know Jimmy Scott 49, whatever it may be. Maybe social media or Twitter or even a customer nickname or something. So that's the fun of it for me. But this is my impromptu podcast, Top Shelf Impromptu Podcast. I'm going to bring back some other guys. I got Brody the Kid coming up. Brody's at a podcast thing or meeting or on stage doing something himself. But when he returns, we'll get Brody on the podcast. And then I plan to have my good buddies. I met them 8 years ago in my first National. I basically look up to them to this day, and I did back then. I wanted to emulate what they were doing, the Mojo Break guys from mojobreak.com, Dan and Doug. I know they're super busy too, but I'm going to grab them here for an impromptu podcast, talk about our experience here at National and the hobby and everything. And probably bring the staff on, see if we can do a little wrap-up in the morning. And that's why it's called impromptu, because I just made all this up off the top of my head. So I'm going to continue doing that. Thanks for listening. Visit TopShelfBreaks.com. You can follow us on Twitter at TopShelfBreaks. And if you want to find us on the shop, the store, just put in Top Shelf Sports Cards Elgin in Facebook, and it will pop up, and I'd like it if you would follow us on that page too. All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening. That's it. I'm CK, and I'm